Hello, hello. Today I am going to give you guys a challenge and some ideas to help you overcome and work through your fears. So, fear is the one thing that holds people back and it'll prevent you from moving forward. It's the start that stops most people. I don't remember who said that, but that is very true. Most people don't even start something, and the reason they don't start is because they're too afraid and they have too many doubts and fears. And so, what I want to do today here is share with you an idea so that you can make a decision to address and counter those fears. So, most people are actually afraid to even look at the things that make them fearful. We all have these leftover, if you will, things from our past and things that we don't want to really see about ourselves. And we feel fearful because we think, well, if I look at these things, they're going to be horrible and I'm not going to like what I see, so I'm just going to keep them stuffed in this box and ignore them. But obviously that doesn't work very well, because the more you try to ignore these things as you go through your life, the more they continue to exert their power and influence on you. So here's the story that I'd like to share with you. In 2012, that summer, I was just finishing up my PhD, and I moved from Western Massachusetts to Eastern Iowa. And after being here for a few months, I realized, there are a lot of things about my life that I wanted to change and I wanted them to be better, but I was scared. I knew that I had to open up the lid on that box, that Pandora's box of my own stuff. And I was afraid to do that. And that's a common experience that most people have. But I made the decision. I was done doing things the way I was. I was done with these fears. And it was time to figure out how to address them and how to move on from them, because I didn't want to keep living that way. So I made the decision. And I knew I was going to need help. So I decided that every month, on a regular basis, I was going to go to the temple. I belong to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and we have temples. And that's a place for me to go and commune with my Heavenly Father and be with Him and get guidance and strength. So that was going to be my source of where that was going to come from. The second thing I did is I committed to a regular morning meditation practice. And for many years, up until fairly recently, I practiced Kundalini Yoga. The meditation practice was another way for me to commune with God, to get in touch with my spirit, to get in touch with all the things that are light and that are good. And so I made this commitment, and I have kept these commitments over these last 6 years now, and it has made all of the difference for me. The fears that you think are there, the things that you do fear and the things that you're afraid of looking at, they are not as scary as you think. But what you need to do is find something that you can commit to that will give you the strength to help you uncover these fears. And as you slowly shine the light on them, you see that they're not quite so scary as you thought. And you discover ways that work for you to work through them, to heal from those things that need healing. And then when other fears come up, you just encounter them along the way. You know that they're going to be there, but you don't let them stop you anymore. You change your perception over time of who you are, and you come to realize that you are a beautiful, glorious spiritual being, as we all are. And you become more and more confident in knowing and understanding who you truly are. And the fears are just things that you know are going to creep up, because that's part of life. And you deal with them as they come along, and as you encounter them, you find your practices that you have to help you with them. You let them go and you move on through them. So today I have a challenge for you, and that challenge is, if you have not already done this in your life, make the decision to start uncovering your fears, to look in your box, to look in the darkness, and to let whatever is in there come out. Second thing, figure out what you need to do for you to help give you the strength and the practices to go through this process for yourself. The things that you can do are endless. You can pray, you can meditate, you can do some sort of physical activity, you can journal, you can talk to friends, you can find some sort of energy healing practice to go to, you can work on your goals, you can read good books. Endless possibilities. So this is my challenge to you today. Decide to face your fears and to look into the darkness that is within you. Shine the light on it, and you will realize that it's not such a scary thing after all. I promise that as you do this, you will develop more power and more strength and a greater awareness of who you are and of what you are capable of as you go through your life. Thanks for listening. I hope that you find this helpful, and have a fantastic day.